And we are back. It's your boy Big Bird. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to Act Stupid. Let's get after it. But before we do, let's get into a rap break. Somebody give me a what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. And we pushing another rap album this month. Light Years, Nas and DJ Premier, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track is My Life is Real. Ooh, yeah, My Life is Real. Get Ready is dope. That backspin they put in there, New York State of Mind Part 3 to Billy Joel, oh my God. If you would have told me in 2025, we would have been still talking about a Nas album. Come on. Madman, Writers. Writers is really a salute to the graffiti artists of yesteryear and right now. And either continent. It is dope. It is dope. Son, Young Kings, it's time. My story, your story. AZ and Nas still got it. I think when you go and look at the duos of hip hop, whether it be Method Man, Redman, whether it be Eminem and Royce the 5'9", AZ and Nas is in that category too. You know, Styles P, Jada, man, come on. Junkie and Third Childhood. Yo, Light Years by Nas and DJ Premier in stores now. Shout out to Nas, shout out to Premier doing their thing. Make sure y'all show the brother some love. Light Years. The new rap albums dropping this weekend. So yeah, we'll have some more new content, new albums to push and promote. Gonna stay in the AFC, gonna go from the AFC West to the AFC North. The Lamar Jackson derangement syndrome is idiotic and is at all-time highs. Now, once John Harbaugh, he was fired from Baltimore, the rumor mill was in overtime with the blaming of Lamar Jackson for the firing. I don't know why that's a thing. I seriously don't. Now, we see... Now, you got to see it for what it is, first of all. You got to see it for the clicks and the views of stupid-ass TV shows like ESPN and Fox Sports 1 to peddling conspiracy theories and the lunatic fringe ideas out there regarding this man. And I don't know why they hate this man this much. I have no idea. Lamar Jackson doesn't talk to the media. He really doesn't. And we'll go into that. So, like I say, park your car right there because I'm going to spin the block and come back for it. But when spewing this garbage like they do on these TV shows, and they were talking about scenario trades, these can all be fact-checked and debunked in less than 5 minutes. So why are these grown men gossiping like bitches? Why are these grown men out here gossiping like bitches about something they obviously know? You can look up and say, hey, look, this doesn't make sense. And let's start with the elephant in the room for the meat riders, because that's what they worship. They worship wealth. Lamar Jackson has a full no trade clause in his contract, meaning he'd have to okay any deal that would move him out of Baltimore. Yes, he has full say on where he's going. So if you're saying that Steve Bisciotti doesn't like Lamar Jackson and he's got to move him, and look, until Lamar says I'm ready to go here, the Baltimore Ravens can't do anything but continue to cut this man a check because he has a full no trade clause in his contract. Now, why wouldn't they start with that? Right. Because that would give them nothing to talk about. Remember, all of the criticism he took was that his mom allegedly worked his deal. Because there was a lot of hoopla when he wouldn't take an agent. They was like, his mom is his agent, and she's in there working his deals. Well, it turns out mom's is a hell of an agent. Side note, how evil is it when people try to tell you that you can't do business with your bloodline? Let that sink in. How evil is it when they tell people in this country who look like me, you can't do business with your bloodline? Why is that always only pushed off on us? That's just something for you to think about. Back to the program. He signed a 5-year deal in 2023 for $260 million. Thanks, moms. Now, What are the breakdowns of said deal? 52 million annually, no questions asked. Of the 260 million, 135 million is fully guaranteed. The damn signing bonus the boy got was $72 million. Now, here's where the media screwed themselves. We already know there's a full no trade clause in the contract, but there's also a no franchise tag in the contract leading up to 2027. Yeah, turns out Moms is a hell of an agent. And if his Moms is negotiating that, I think every NFL player needs to contact Lamar Jackson's mom because they agreed to those terms and they're paying those terms. Again, TV makes you dumber. And if you're not a reader, you're not going to make it on this podcast. If you don't read and you react to the idiot box and paid actors and prostitutes, that's not going to go far here because I will hurt your feelings. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the best in the world. My name is Vernon Deuteronomy Jones. I'm better than you, and you know it. Now, you got to see the forest from the trees. The reason that these conversations come up is the Ravens, they want to restructure his deal to free up cap space and bring in more pieces, allegedly. Now in sports, and when you're dealing with the national media, publications, and TV, you're dealing with a three-ring circus. Remember when I told you earlier in the segment, park your car right here. We getting ready to come back. I'm going to spin the block for it. I'm spinning the block. You have three classes of people competing for narratives on TV. You've got the agent class. They will leak anything to help or hurt the athlete depending on the situations. Then you have the owner class. They speak through television and certain writers that they want certain narratives out there, depending on if they need to align with the agent class or they need to go and defend themselves against the agent class. And then you have the intermediaries. These are the second cousins of the athlete. And then they take the spaces on social media of an X or Twitter or whatever you call it, Threads and Instagram, Facebooky machine, Snapchat. These people relay how the athlete feels, but it can be brushed off because not many people know the connectivity between these individuals. And so if you got to go ahead and play ball and you want to stay anonymous and you want to quote unquote be a source, most athletes have taken to their cousins or people in their family being the quote unquote anonymous source. And with all of these people competing for narratives, everybody's telling some version of the truth in one form or another. However, they all say the same things, but you got to look for the commonality that binds them all together. That's how you get to the truth. And for all of these channels to have, oh, we got to trade Lamar, this is what a trade looks like, they are dumb as shit. They are dumb as hell. It took us 8 minutes to sit here and walk you through why this makes no sense. But again, it's his fault. When the Buffalo Bills fired Sean McDermott, nobody blamed Josh Allen. Nobody blamed him. But the moment John Harbaugh got fired, oh, it's a rift in the locker room with him and Lamar Jackson. They don't see eye to eye. Why? Who told you that? Nobody from Baltimore told you that. Steve Bisciotti never told you that. Even Justin Tucker, who's trying to get back into the NFL, he's trying out for multiple teams. He's been in the locker room with Lamar and John, and he's never even reiterated any of this nonsense. He hasn't. We did this all in 9 minutes and 15 seconds, people. There was no reason that ESPN would have had a whole half a segment related to this trash. But it makes you think, who are you all talking to? Who are you all working for? It's just Big Vern. Yeah, you know what it is. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. We talk back. It's your boy Big Vern. We'll be back.